Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, I say a very big welcome to you, and I say a very big thank you to you. I appreciate your love and support to me, and I do not take it for granted. I love you so much. And then if you're seeing my video for the first time, why not become a member of the Urge Global community by clicking the subscription button? And as you watch my video, like, comment, and share so your friends and family and loved ones so that they will enjoy what you're enjoying. Okay. Today we have a very important topic that we're discussing. Okay, the National Health Service. If you're a migrant in the UK, it's important you understand the comprehensive system of the healthcare that is working in the UK. Okay, so in this video, I will be taking us through the process of registering with a GP, what is required, what you need to do, how you need to go about it, everything about registering with a GP, and then how to access healthcare when you're in need of healthcare. Okay, and then also I'll be taking you through how some of understanding some of the social care services that are available to people in need. You know, if you're a migrant, if you're a new migrant at the beginning of your stay here in the UK, you might not everybody, you might not be very stable financially. Okay, so if you need if you're in that condition, okay, or if you're planning to come to the UK and you think that you might be in that you might be in need of social services, these social services I want to discuss in this video, then draw your chairs closer and listen to what I have to say, okay? Because it will benefit you. There's some social services that are available for people in need. You know, this country, they are very caring. Honestly, they are very caring, okay? So they understand that at some time, some people have social needs, okay? Outside the healthcare needs, that people also have social needs. So if you are interested in this topic, then let's dive into it. Step one is to register with a GP. GP is general practitioner, because your GP is your first point of call when you have a need for healthcare services that is not an emergency. Okay, you don't have an emergency, but you're feeling sick, but it's not like you have an emergency. Your first point of call is your GP, your general practitioner. Everybody that registered with NHS has a GP, a general practitioner, that you're supposed to have his contact. You can call him on the phone. You can book an appointment with him. He is your general practitioner. You're like a family doctor, what we call family doctor. He is your family doctor, your personal family doctor. Just look at it that way. Okay. So for you to register with a GP, here are the things that you need to do. The thing you need to do towards registering with a GP is to search for local GP practices around you. Okay. GP surgeries around you. Okay. So how do you go about that? When you hear GP, just local hospitals around you. You can ask your neighbors for the closest hospital in your locality, that is where you're living, or you can go to the NHS website and then search. Okay, NHS can also recommend for you if you go to your website, if you make inquiries. Okay, with the usually it is best for you to register with the closest surgery to where you are staying. Let me call it hospital so that I know what I'm talking about. The closest hospital to where you are staying, where you are living, okay? So that you don't need to travel far if you need to see your doctor, okay? So the first thing you need to do is to do a research of the area where you are staying, the closest hospital to that area. When you find the closest hospital to that area, you can book an appointment with them, okay? Or you call them on the phone to book an appointment with them. Or if you know their website, you can go to your website to book an appointment with them. But in my own case, I did not book an appointment because the place is very close to where I live, and it's an area I know, okay? And so it's very close to where I live. I just went in there, walked in, and I told them that I needed to register with them. I needed to, and then they asked me to get my documents, and They gave me a form to fill. I filled the form, and they gave me what else they give to me? Of course, before they gave me the registration forms, they asked for my resident permit. I gave them my BRP, and then they asked for my proof of address. I gave them my proof of address, before I was given the form, okay? So it's not like you just walk up to a hospital, a local hospital where you're living, and then they will give you the form. No, they have to be sure that you have the right to access this healthcare service, okay? So you have to give them your resident permit, okay? You have to show them your proof of address, okay? Yeah. So when you get to the hospital, they will tell if there's any other thing they need, they will let you know. But once you have given them all these documentations, the next thing they will give you the form, and then when you fill the form, you return it to them, and then they will let you know. In my own case, after I returned the form to them, they told me that I was going to get an email with the address I have given to them from NHS with my NHS number. So it usually takes like 2 weeks, because my 2 to 3 weeks you receive, and I received an email. I'm not sure of the exact number of weeks, but at least I know it's up to 2 weeks. Then I got an email from I got a mail, sorry. I keep saying email. Email is the one you get online, but this one is a mail, okay? I got a mail from NHS to address to me using the address that I gave to the hospital. And then my NHS number was also included in it. So that was that. Okay, so as a new migrant, please, and you know that you have your documentation, you are supposed to be in the country, please walk up to the closest hospital where you are with your with your proof of the things that show that you're supposed to be in the country. Okay, whatever documents that allowed you entrance into the country legally, go with it. Go with your proof of address. Okay, then when you get to the clinic, tell them that you want to register with a GP. They will ask you for these documents, and you give them to them. Once they go through it, if they require more information from you, kindly give them the information. But please, in dealing with these people, always make sure that you're honest. Very, very important. Honesty. The place of honesty cannot be overemphasized. Make sure that you're honest with them. Don't give information here. Tomorrow you give information in another place. Different thing. Don't tell them that you're 20 years here. They will refer you to another hospital. You go to that hospital and tell them that you're 18. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Honesty is the key word here, because the information has a way of interrelating, connecting with one another. Different departments, they work hand in hand. Yes, you'll be surprised that your healthcare people, the healthcare service group, is working with immigration, is working with housing, is working with people that give you electricity and gas. You'll not be asking yourself, what has electricity and gas got to do with healthcare? They are interrelated. So please and please, make sure that the information you give them tallies. That's why I like telling people, always tell the truth. Why? Because the truth does not change. You don't need to remember the truth. The truth is the truth. It's only lies that you need to remember, and you can never remember it fully. So why stress yourself and make it look like you're not a trustworthy person? Go for the truth. Always give the same information anywhere you go. This is for your own good. Anyway, this is by the way. Okay, so by the time you finish when you have finished registering, and your NHS, okay, the body NHS, and they have sent you a mail to your registered address, indicating your NHS number. With that number, you can access healthcare service free of charge in the UK. Yes, healthcare service. Let me just put it, applicable healthcare service in the UK. Okay, so it's important you register with NHS. Yes, very, very important, because if you don't register with them and you're going to see a GP on your own, you're going to be spending a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. So please take advantage of the NHS where it is available to you. Take advantage of NHS where it's available to you. So after you have received your NHS number, it's important you book your first appointment with your GP. Yes, you know why? If you book that first appointment with your GP, that first appointment is just book first appointment with the hospital, okay? Of course, you'll see your GP. But then that first appointment is like a general, when you meet your GP, a lot of questions, the very first time they are opening it's not like a file, okay? When I say a file, don't think of hard copy file. I'm talking about online file, okay? They are creating an online file for you. You tell them your medical history, the ones you can remember. They will put it down in your file, and then your GP, of course, it's your GP you're discussing with. Your GP will put it down in your file, and then this is what they will use to begin to monitor your health care. Okay, this same GP of yours has the right also, in a situation whereby he feels that you have a specialist need, you need a specialist to access you, your GP will request for it. I'll tell you one thing. I have gone for a whole lot of specialist assessments that I never booked for. In fact, I have never booked for any specialist assessment. Every one that I've ever went for was booked by my GP. I will be at home and I'll get a letter. They will send me a letter, and I open the letter. On the request of Dr. XYZ, that's my GP, you have an ultrasound scan for the neck on XYZ date. You have this blood test on this blah 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 date. You have, oh my goodness, I love the health system here. I love it. And you know the beautiful thing, as your GP is looking at, as the results is coming in, your GP is looking at it. If there's need for reassessment, he's booking the reassessment for you. There's some tests that I did. There's some specialist assessment that I did twice, some 3 times. Yes. I did not pay anything. I did not pay anything. So take advantage of this while you can, okay? Take advantage of it. It's very important. You need a GP. You need to register with NHS so that you can be assigned a GP. When NHS is sending you your NHS number, they're also telling you the name of your GP. The name of your GP will be in that letter that you will receive. Okay? And that GP will be one of the doctors working in the hospital where you went to submit your information. Yes. But NHS will choose a GP for you. General practitioner. So this is very important. Take advantage of it while you're in the UK. The NHS services, okay? Take advantage of it. It's very important. And don't hesitate to call your GP if you have need. Yes, call your GP. If the when you talk with your GP, if he needs to see you, he's going to arrange an appointment with you. If he doesn't need to see you, he's your GP, don't forget. If what you're complaining for does not need him to see you, if his recommendation, he will recommend for you online. but you need to have a GP, and you need to be close to your GP, your personal doctor. That's your GP. Some people call it family doctor. That's your GP. Okay? And please, don't hide anything from your GP. Don't hide anything from your GP, especially health-wise. Don't say I will tell half and I will not tell half. Yes. Because in some cases, not all cases anyway, in some cases, as they begin to run different tests on you, different examinations on you, some of them will come out. And then what about the ones that will not show that you're hiding? How are you going to go about it in the UK? It's not like I'm from Nigeria, so I have to talk about Nigeria. It's not like Nigeria whereby you can enter a shop and buy and treat yourself. You can't enter a shop, a pharmacy in this country and treat yourself. You can only buy those drugs that are classed as off-the-counter drug. If it is not off-the-counter drug, you have to, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to give them your doctor's prescription before they can sell a drug to you. It's true. If it is not off-the-counter drug, an off-the-counter drug, it's for minor things. And you will pay for it. So, register with a GP. Very, very important, okay? Register with a GP, very important. Okay. So, if you need like a an urgent medical assistance, okay, and the time is outside the regular GP working hours, okay, they close by 5. Let's say you need medical attention and the time is past like 5, for instance, yeah, you call NHS 111. It's an emergency line, okay? When you call that line 111, they will guide you on how to access the any available out of service time NHS GP. Okay, there are some GPs that work out of service line. If you call 111, it's an NHS line. Okay, they will guide you through the process of going to access medical care with an off the time GP. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that you can't say because the working time or you can't say because your hospital has closed and you have an emergency, you have to wait till the next day. No, you call 111, 111, okay, and NHS will show you how to get the next available doctor that works. You know, they always have different time, okay? There's some that work maybe when they close their personal, they do extra, all those stuff. But make sure you call 111. If they're not able to get a GP for you at that time, they will ask you to go to, they will find the next available walk-in healthcare center, the nearest walk-in healthcare center that you can go and receive medical care. Okay, the essence of this video is for you to know what you are supposed to do in terms of healthcare, whereas you're in UK. You can't say, oh, I can't reach my GP. My GP, the time he has closed or his phone is not going through. You know the way we say it in Africa. Please call 111. The NHS officer at the end of the line knows what to do so that you can access medical services. Okay, this is very important. I thought I should just chip it in. This is very important. Okay, now in the case of hospital services, like maybe there is an emergency. Okay, so in case of emergency, you can go to maybe in case of emergency, or maybe you need specialized care, right? You can go to accident and emergency department. They call it A&E, accident and emergency department of the nearest hospital to you. Okay, A&E, they work 24 hours. They work 24 hours. I remember sometime like 2 weeks ago, I had this toothache. Very, if you've ever had toothache, it's not something you can tell somebody to hold on or do this. Okay, I went to my local surgery, and it wasn't something that could be treated there. Okay, and I was referred to A&A, accident and emergency. I went immediately, and I saw a doctor that day, and the pain I was feeling, the severe pain I was feeling, was relieved. If you know how toothache is, your ears will be paining you, your nose will be paining you, the whole of your jaw will be paining you, the whole of your shoulders will be paining you. That is what I was passing through. So immediately I got there, they gave me a letter, go to A&E. I went to A&E, and I saw a doctor. A dentist attended to me. I also remember one time I was having this one is a little bit longer time, in the past. I was having this watery eyes. Tears would just be flowing out of my eyes, I went to my local GP surgery, and it wasn't something they can handle there. That same day, I was given a letter to go to A&E of the nearest hospital, A&E department, accident and emergency, that's what they call it, A&E. Okay, I went, and I saw a doctor that attended to me in respect of my watery eyes. So please, don't say, I can't get my GP on the phone. It is already late. There's nothing like late. This life does not have duplicate. And you agree with me that sickness gets worse in the midnight. So don't wait till the next day. Go for your treatment. Call for it. If you can't, even if you cannot go yourself, if you have an emergency that you cannot go, if you call, they will send the paramedics to you, and they will come and lift you and take you to the hospital. The paramedics will come, give you first treatment. Yes, they give you, I'm not talking about first aid though. They will give you first treatment. They are trained for it before moving you to an A&E for a specialized practitioner to attend to you. I love this place. There is so much order here, and there is so much value for human life in this country. Trust me, there is so much value for human life in this country. Yes, but for you to access NHS services, okay, like I said before, you must have the permission to be in this country. Yes. Okay. But then, let's say you came in, you don't have your documents. That does not mean that you stay home and die. Okay. You can also access medical treatment. Go to accident and emergency. Accident and emergency is for everybody. Yes. Nobody is asking you how you came in, because they know your case is an emergency. Because they value life here. If you go to accident and emergency, if anything takes you to accident and emergency, you must receive the treatment you came for. Yes, there are different accident and emergencies. It has to do with whatever your illness is. Just like I told us in this video, I went for to an accident and emergency for the teeth. I went for the eyes as well. Two different hospitals. So please take advantage of accident and emergency. But the thing about accident and emergency is that you have to pay. Okay? If you go in as a walk-in, you have to pay. Yeah, you'll be attended to, but you know, you pay for your medication, but you must be treated because we value life here. We value life here. We value your life. Yes, we do. We value your life very well. And we're not gonna allow anything to happen to you. We're gonna treat you, show you some love. Yes. Okay, so before I talk about the social services that are available for the people in need in the UK, I'm going to do a recap of what NHS is all about. I've said it before, but I'm going to do a recap, okay? National Health Service. It is a comprehensive healthcare system that's operative in the UK. This healthcare service system enables you to access healthcare by assigning a GP, like a personal doctor, to you when you register with them. You have to register with NHS for you to access their services. If you don't register with them, you will not be able to access their services. And one of their services is providing you with a GP, providing you with a healthcare system that works. Yes, this is just one of their services. Okay? And I told us that I've taken us through the process of registering with a GP, booking your first appointment, searching for a local hospital in your locality. The first step is you have to look for a hospital in your area. Usually it's advisable that you get a hospital that is closer to where you live so that you don't need to travel too far to access health care services. Okay, you can ask your neighbors which which local hospital is available in that area, hence you're a new migrant. Okay, but if you don't want to ask anybody or you don't have anybody to ask, because sometimes you might not really have anybody to ask. Yes, because there is this mind your business stuff that is is the way of life here. So you can just go on to the NHS website and do a research. Honestly, personally, I don't like asking so much questions to people, because how sure am I that the information the person is giving me is the current one? So I like researching. I like finding out myself. I'll go online to that website. Yes, I'll go, whatever I'm looking for, I go online and I'll look for it. So if you're not sure there's a local hospital around where you live, go online to the NHS website, put your area and search for local surgeries that are there. Select the one that is closest to your house. Like for me, I did a walk-in. A couple of weeks later, I got my NHS number and a GP was assigned to me. I booked an appointment with I booked an appointment with my GP for general opening of file for me. Okay, so when you have gotten your NHS number, please don't keep it. Book an appointment with your GP. Very important. Okay, when you book an appointment with your GP, that's I'm not going to that because I'm just recapping. Okay, now if you have need for medical services and maybe your local hospital has closed, please use the services of 111. It belongs to NHS. They will connect you to wherever you will receive your the medical need you need at that point in time. Okay, now you have an emergency or you have a special need. Please, accident and emergency, they work 24 hours. Access them and make use of them. They work 24 hours. You're in the country and you're not able to register with NHS. Please, accident and emergency, access them. They are available to everybody 24 hours of every day. It is a general open hospital, okay, for everybody that walks in. If you walk into any accident and emergency in the UK, you must be treated, but you pay. Okay, so that's just that. Okay. Okay, just like I said before, NHS, one of what they do is medical service, provision of medical services, but that's not the only thing they do. Okay, they also aim to support individuals holistically. Okay, they aim to support individuals holistically. They do, what this means is that they do other things. Okay, they do other, they have social services that they render to people in need. And one of social services is social care awareness. And one of such social services is a social care assessment. If you or someone you know or any of your dependents or your sphere of contact, okay, any of your family member require social care assistance, okay, maybe you know that this person requires social care assistance. What you do is that you go to your local authority and request for an assessment. Okay, so they will come and assess the person to know if the person requires the support that you are requesting for. If the person requires the support and the person is qualified for that support, the support will be given to the person. That's one good thing. Okay, if they have assessed you or assessed whoever it is, your loved one or your family member, and the person needs social services, okay, of course they'll give it to the person. Yes, they also provide uh mental health services. Okay, NHS also provide mental health services for people that are facing or experiencing emotional or psychological challenges. The thing is this, you will see people, they are well dressed and they're walking on the road, and you when you see them, you call them, normal people. Sorry, I use normal people. Everybody is normal, okay, but the point I'm trying to say is that people have baggages they are carrying. They have challenges that they are wearing, that's under the dress you're seeing. Okay, people have emotional issues, people have psychological issues. Yes, some are not written on the face. Yes, so if you think you need mental health services, because mental health is very important too. Mental health is really very important. We need to be checking our mental health condition from time to time, okay, and not allow things to get at you. Things that are not supposed to worry you, let them not worry you. And then the ones that you're supposed to think about, don't overthink on it. Okay, but if you feel you have a need for mental health services, okay, talk with your GP. Your GP, general practitioner, your personal doctor will arrange for that service for you. Okay, very important. Don't die in silence. Don't say nobody cares. People care, but you need to open up. Okay, how do you open up? Speak to your GP. That's the right person to talk to. Speak to your GP. He will arrange that services for you, mental health services that you need. Your GP will be the one that will do that for you, but he won't do it except you open up. Yes, talk to your GP. Okay, another thing is community support. Okay, this one is community support. This one is not NHS as a social service that you might need. Community support. Okay, um um local community organizations and some charities, they offer help, and this help comes in the form of like food banks. Okay, language support, um food bank, language support, and assistance with maybe integration. If you're having problem with integrating into your society, integrating into your neighborhood, um community support, through community support, local community organizations and charities, they can help you integrate. But first of all, you need to identify yourself with them. Okay, you need to register with them so that they will know that this is the particular challenge that you need. And then if you need because if you don't identify with them, if you don't go there, they won't know that you're having problem with integration. They won't know that you're having problem with language challenge. You know, it's not everybody that the first language of the person is English. It's not everybody that understands English. Local authorities, local community support, you'll be surprised that in the community where you are, they they have things like school. Yes, I know where I live. I The two libraries where I go to, the two libraries, they have sections where you will hear them. They are teaching adults, married women and married men. They teach them right from primary. They will graduate from primary, they to secondary. From secondary, they keep growing. How do I get to know? Because as I'm in the library reading, I'll be hearing them reciting nursery rhyme. Mommies and daddies, adults. But it's just that they don't, people that the country that they came to the UK from, they don't speak English. So you can't start teaching the person from degree level. No. You start from nursery. So if you're in that category where you have a language challenge, the language in the UK is English, and you have a challenge with it, the local community can provide you that service. Yes, they work hand in hand with the charities. Okay, the charities can also provide you with food items. I also know of two libraries again. I live in East London, okay, and I use libraries a lot. I know of two libraries again that they share food. There's one that um I can't go there on a Tuesday. I know that on a Tuesday, if you go there, is a much smaller library. If you go there, you're not going there, you cannot concentrate in reading, because the people that came to collect food items, they will not allow you to concentrate in what you're reading. So I don't go there on Tuesdays. I already know that this particular one that is on Tuesdays, and they will be everywhere. Okay, so if you have need, please, nobody is right, it's not written on the face. Just look for what is working in your local community. You must see a food bank. Yes, you must see a food bank in your local community so that you don't die in silence. Okay, as a new migrant, before you're well rooted and you start, your NI start coming, you have your NI, start looking for work and getting a job, you need to survive. Yeah, so take advantage of these food banks from the local community, from charities. Quality food, real food, not spoiled food, quality food. Like one of the ones I tell you, they go there, they take numbers when it's time. The people that the libraries, I don't know if it's the library staff that packages it for them or what, or there's is the community hub staff. They will package it. They are the ones that will package. As in, when I mean packaging, they put it in bags, separate bags, and be calling them. If you hear your number, you go and pick a bag and go. If you hear your number, you go and pick a bag and go. And trust people. I am not blaming anybody. You will see a husband and wife. They will register differently. They pick two different numbers. And that way, They've gotten what they will eat for 3 days or thereabouts. And then you that maybe came in as a single person, or maybe you're married but you came in alone, you can assess these things. You can assess it honestly, but you need to find out what it where and what is happening in your local community. It's very important. Okay, so guys, I think I'll have to come to the end of the video, but I hope this video has been helpful to you, and such that I hope I've been able to explain to you how the NHS works and how to access healthcare services using your NHS number and registering with a GP, and also how the social services that are available for you to access as well based on the needs that you have. Until next time, keep watching my videos, keep liking my videos, and keep sharing my videos. See you. Bye-bye.